Welcome to the set of our latest format that we're calling the Town Hall. We have shot the talking head kind of a format with testimonies and other kinds of features for a while now, hundreds of those kinds of series, but we have dripped across a brand new format we're calling the Town Hall setting.
Welcome, you did it, my friend. You got into a group and we couldn't be more encouraged that you're here. By the way, we've gathered some friends here around. How you guys doing?
Real hope comes from God. And real hope allows us to stay rooted firmly in the present moment, but with absolute confidence that no matter how things may appear right now, there's a better outcome in our future. You can have that kind of hope today. That kind of hope is alive because God offers it. And it doesn't cost $1. In fact, it doesn't cost a penny. It's a free gift.
We all wonder sometimes why we're here, right? I mean, that's the purpose question. We wonder what life is about. It's one of the universal philosophical questions. Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? See, we're going to be unpacking some of that. Sometimes we wonder if we're prioritizing the right things. What if we're giving our time to the wrong thing and our energy to the wrong thing? And how should we reprioritize?
You know, we live in a world where stuff happens around us all the time. And sometimes that's really good stuff. And sometimes that's really hard, painful stuff. And most of it is out of our control. It's not the result of something that we've done or not done. In fact, in John 16, Jesus said, he was talking to disciples and he said, in this world, you will have trouble. You know, I love that Jesus didn't just try to explain away our problems. He just recognized that in this world, we will have trouble. Stuff happens. Sometimes things are going to be challenging. And he never set us up to think that following him meant that everything in life would go just as planned, that it would come naturally and easily. He just flat out says that you can pretty much count on two things. Some good things are going to happen and some bad things are going to come your way, whether you're a follower of his or not.
We're talking about Matthew. Jesus goes to this guy. He's a tax collector. He's the most unlikely apostle ever. He's a traitor. He's kind of like massively, majorly blackballed. And yet Jesus goes, I'm going to get this guy to be one of my inside circle. And then here's the cool thing. The second Matthew starts following Jesus, he puts together a dinner party. And all of a sudden, Jesus, the Messiah, is at a dinner party filled with a bunch of traitors. What can we learn from Jesus who has dinner with traitors? And I want to start our study up just by asking you a personal question. Have you ever led someone to Christ? Have you ever helped someone get closer to God?
What's happening, Rock Church? Let's give the Rock Church a big hand. We want to say welcome and hello to all the small groups all over the San Diego and beyond San Diego.
Welcome to the first session of our Propel series on developing a leadership growth plan.
Hello, my name is Jerry DIRMANN. This is my wife, Kimberly, and we are so happy to present to you this small group series called God Swears.
Hey guys, welcome to week 1 of this exciting small group study called the I Factor.
And welcome to week 4. We're so glad you are here. So glad you have joined in. You opt in. It's getting better, getting gooder every week.
We happen to be right here on location on the second day of a shoot that is exactly that set at Mariners Church in their chapel that we've turned into a functional studio. On this side of the screen, there's all kinds of guys and cameras and all kinds of fun toys that we have set up where Christine Kane is coming into teaching 3 different series, actually in a panel format. Usually it's just one person or a couple that then would have a room full of people packed in of different age, life stage, gender, certainly what is ethnicity, some younger, older. We got some high schoolers, we've got some grandmothers, single again, widowed, divorce, every single life stage that you could imagine, and provides great diversity for a congregation. Instead of just having a pastor teaching, provides a lot of testimony and story from a congregation. This format became kind of popular with us because we met up with Dr. Tony Evans and we did a shoot in a home kind of a setting where he packed the place with a bunch of folks, and it was a lot of fun, and it was fun for him, brought him out. We did another one with KERRI WEEMS in her home, which is a real popular setting to do it, in a home, having people just wrapped all over the place. We sometimes say hanging from the chandeliers so that the pastor could teach a little bit. Sometimes they'll use a teleprompter, sometimes just off the top of their head and heart, and then we open it up for questions and interaction. It brings out tremendous tremendous heart out of the people. They start sharing more authentically and openly, kind of like you go on a retreat and nobody knows each other, and at the end of the retreat, they feel like family. They forget there's cameras, etc., and over about a 6-hour period, we're able to capture all the footage needed to do one major curriculum for a congregation on any topic. So you get a lot of heart that comes out where pastorally you're almost able to engage with the folks, number one. Number two is it is unbelievably uncorked, unplugged, hilarious. Because the people set up a ball so high on the tee, it's so easy for you as a pastor, as a church leader to be able to make that play.
This obedience is something else. We all have a reaction when people don't perform like we want them to perform. I mean, just in practical life, and just in real everyday life. What do we do? I want to talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Well, let's start from hearing from some of our married folks that are here today. Guys, what attracted you to your lady? And ladies, what attracted you to your man?
Well, you'll be 60 years old then.
And I'll be 60. Let's not talk about that.
And Will, if you think having a kid is great, ask the folks in this room who are grandparents.
Oh, and don't get him started.
I could. You want to see my pictures?
But churches are loving this new format. We are absolutely loving it. And we're crashing into homes and doing it. Sometimes we'll do it in a setting like this where we'll turn, this is a chapel at Mariners Church in California where we've turned into a temporary studio. Sometimes we'll go to a wedding venue, a barn. We recently did one. But it's been such a fun format. And to the degree that your church is interested in exploring how you might do a setting like this in your place, just let us know.
And so I want to encourage all of you to continue coming every single week. I mean, all we've done now is laying the foundation, but now we're going to begin to build on this level after level, and you're going to see it's going to get really exciting. And
like, I'm trying to find God and I'm looking for God, and can you help me find God? Well, if that's you, here's some good news. When you become a worshiper, He's looking for you. He's seeking you, He's searching you out. So we want to become the people that God is looking for.
Everything about them seems destined for them to ultimately succeed. But just like the Titanic, many people would look at them and say, you know what, if there are any sure bets for success, it would be on these people.
I don't know about the rest of you. I constantly have to deal with that in my own life because the culture tells us we're the owners and get all you can all you can get, sit on the can, and don't let anybody have any of it. That's what everybody says, you know. But I'd like you to tell me what it's been like for you as you try to deal with that major transformational thing that happens when you become a believer, that you begin to understand that God, has anybody else ever had a problem with that in their life?
Love to be able to tell you how and what God is doing to be able to develop a series and a session that's very similar to what you see here.